So guys, yes, it's a new year and we all have new goals and new plans and new resolution. So whether the plan is to buy a house, yes, to buy a car, maybe it's to travel more, maybe you want to relocate. So if this is something that you're interested in, I'm here to talk to you today about how I relocated to Canada. Oh, as you all know, now you can move to Canada via a lot of ways. You have several different avenues that you can take to migrate to Canada. So you have the express entry system, you have via caregiver, you have, if you want your family member to sponsor you, you have that option. And I, ladies and gentlemen, relocated via the study route. So if you want information about that, stay tuned. Guys, remember to subscribe and turn on your notification if this is something that you are interested in. Woo! Welcome everyone to my channel. I see that I have a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to Rizwe World. My name is Tracy. I am a woman of God. I am a mom of two beautiful kids. I am a wife. I am a lover of nature. I love to go out. I would consider myself as being very adventurous. I like to travel. I like to film, record. I like to be in front of the camera. I like to be behind the camera. So yeah, this is a little about me. So guys, I am here to talk to you about how I relocated to Canada. So let's get into it. So you have several ways that you can use to migrate to Canada. You have the express system, you have family sponsorship, you have like LMIA work visas, and you have the study route. You have several ways that you can use to migrate to Canada, but I'm just only gonna touch on these four and narrow it down to the study route, because that is the route that I took. So I'm just going to share my experience with you. Now for the express system, this is where immigrants can come to live and work in Canada as a skilled worker, right? And for the family sponsorship, you have family reunification. Families in Canada can sponsor their relative to come to Canada on a permanent basis. So if you're seeing me looking down, I'm looking at my computer, okay? You have the LMIA work visa, right? So many applicants for Canadian immigration first get Canadian job offers, apply for a work visa, and then on that basis immigrate to Canada. So this is basically if you have any particular skills in any skill area and they need someone to fill that position, you can apply for LMIA work visa. So yes, you have guys, I'll be linking the Canada immigration website in my description, so you can check those out and do further research. Now onto the route that I took. I took the study route to relocate to Canada. And what that is you study in Canada, and then after you finish, you are qualified to work. Also, if you like Canada and you want to stay, you can then apply for permanent residency for you, your spouse, your children. So yeah, your family. So this is the route that I chose to take to relocate. The first thing I did was applied to an institution. Now you have to select an institution that has the program that you wish to study, the program that has your interests, whatever you want to study here in Canada. Now, after you have found that institution, what you would go ahead and do is apply to the institution, submit the relevant documents that they request. After you get accepted, you would then start gathering your documents to apply for the study permit. Now, you can choose to do this on your own, or you can choose an immigration consultant. So guys, in my case, what had happened is that I did the application to the school on my own. I did research on my own school. I did the application on my own and I got accepted. It was when I was about to start out the study permit, that's when I got an IRCC involved. So it's totally up to you. You have some persons who did the application on their own, meaning they applied for the school, they did the study permit, and they're successful. While you have others that do it on their own and they got denied. So it's totally up to you. I would advise that you do adequate research, because I had to do a lot of research. YouTube was my best friend in that time, and that this is from November 2021. We're in 2023 now. Google was also my best friend. So when I applied and I got accepted, this was in 2022. I was supposed to start school September 2022. However, that did not happen. I had to do a deferral because I had personal issues. So yeah. So I had deferred to January 2023. And here I am. I am in Canada now. And I have started school. So yes, so it's totally up to you guys if you want to do it on your own or you want to use an immigration consultant. It's totally up to you. In my case personally, like I said, I had used a consultant when it came on to do the study permit. So yeah, it's totally up to you. Now, some of the documents that you need for the study permit, first you'll have to have a passport, an up-to-date passport, because it has to be up to date to the time or to the length of time that you are expected to stay in Canada. You will have to have a bank statement, right? You need to show proof of funds. If you're going to use a sponsor, you will need to get the sponsor's information, like they will need to submit a bank statement, they will need to submit a letter to say that they will be sponsoring your education, etc. Now, so the requirements are Canadian immigration want to see that you're eligible to take care of your expense while you are studying here in Canada. So this is where the proof of fund comes into play. If you are married, they would want to see your marriage certificate, your family. In my case, I did show my family, etc. So yeah, copy of your passport, proof of funds. Yeah, you need a police record. You will also be required to do like a biometric. In some cases, they will ask you to do a medical. I did not do a medical. They did not ask for a medical for me. So yeah, and you need to do an explanation letter, SOP. That's a statement of purpose. So this you will state your purpose of coming to Canada. Why do you want to come to Canada? What you will be studying, How will this impact? Basically, you have to convince the immigration officer that after you study here, you'll be going back home. So that is the aim. Okay, even though that is not the case. So you feel me? Alright, so yeah, basically that's it. So after you have gathered those documents, you would go on the Canada immigration side and then apply for the study permit. The study permit costs $150 to do your biometrics. I think it's about $85. So yeah, bear those costs in mind. And if you're going to use an immigration consultant, bear in mind that they charge a fee. In my case, mine's charged 600 Canadian dollars. So bear that in mind also. So yeah, so if it is that you want a video of me explaining or reading my explanation letter to you that I did, and I'll definitely do that. You can leave that in the comment and I'll be able to, you know, do a separate video on that. If it is that you want us to talk about proof of funds, you can leave that in the comment. There are several ways that you can prove funds. You can prove funds using your personal bank account, or if you want, you can choose to use a sponsor, whether it's your parents, a family member that wants to sponsor your education. You can choose to do that as well. So yeah, I forgot to tell you that most of the schools do require a deposit. My school in particular, which is in British Columbia, they requested $5,000 Canadian dollars for deposit. They have since raised it to $10,000. So praise the Lord, I catch the $5,000 boat, because for my Jamaican guys, that would be like about 675,000 thereabout. So yeah, that's a 5,000 Canadian dollar. That's the equivalent, I think. If my math is not mathing, bear with me, okay? So yes, so most schools, you have some schools that are more affordable, that the deposit is not so expensive. You just have to do your research, like I said. And disclaimer, I am not an immigration consultant. I am just merely sharing my experience with you. So yes guys, if you have any other question about the process, if I have missed anything and you want to ask me, just leave your question down in the description and I may either reply to it right away, or I do a separate video responding to questions, depending on how much questions is there. So thank you guys so much for listening, and share this with your friends and your family who is interested in relocating to Canada. It's a great opportunity. You know, a lot of people relocate to Canada for a number of reasons. For me personally, I needed a change, and there are several opportunities that I like. It's safe. You get a lot of free benefits here. Healthcare, education is top notch, top tier, top in the world. So yes, so I'm not just doing this for me, I'm also doing this for my kids, giving them option so that they can, you know, be able to make better decisions in life, you know. So yeah guys, please remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.